Hello, hello and welcome. What's that now? Hello and welcome to the Good Info Cafe. Let's see. Hello and welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. The Good Info Cafe is where I make a commitment to be faithful and true and promise to help you. Maintain the good and perhaps feel even better at our cafe of meeting for the breaking of info bread, where I meet with you each day, with you each and every day. So get ready for some nectarous music, delicious enjoyment, cage-free hope, and organic, big, serious, helpful concepts in the pursuit of truth. Anyway, I want to connect with all the senses. So there's my banana bread from yesterday. I made it in a bigger pan so it was smaller. And I will, that was my wife telling me she's at the store right now. That's good. Save gas so I don't have to go out and can make the video. So, the Siberian Husky is visiting, my brother-in-law's dog. Siberian Husky in the background. I want to connect with all the senses. Smell that. There it is. Smell that. Oh, isn't that good? And so I'm going to eat this. It really turned out good. And I put chocolate chips in there. So the nutmeg and the cinnamon and pumpkin spice. I organized the spices in the kitchen, so I'm starting to use them. Now, taste, smell. You don't really touch foods. Forget the touch part. Except in there. What else is there? Smell. Oh, seeing and hearing. Okay. Right? Is that all of them? And then you put them all together and then you have the sixth sense and things like that. So, I'm not supposed to talk with food in my mouth, or at least, anyway. Where's my napkin? So, welcome. Oh, somebody asked about my rings. That's my college class ring. So there it says 86 on the side and something else. A BA, Bachelor of Arts, University of Maryland. And that was my wedding ring. My wife bought for me with a diamond in it. So people ask. So there it is. And, here are my notes. See, notes keep me focused. So, sale. The spreadshirt.com, and you also find it by saying, welcome the Good Info Cafe. And 2019, it's going to end soon. I'm not sure. I think it's still going. That you get it's 19% off for today, tomorrow, something like that. So, anything else I need at the grocery store? Maybe, but I'm not going to stop the video for that. So thank you for tuning in. So if you go to spreadshirt.com, welcome Good Info Cafe, you can get 19% off. And it does take Christian extremist equals extreme love. That's, what are we going to have for dinner? Hamburgers. I already made hamburgers yesterday. So, subject is thoughts and food. So something, oh, I just did it. Real food. Yeah, okay. So get all the senses going. Your taste something. Smell, banana bread. And what else is there? Then touch and then visual and, okay. The question of the day came up because yesterday when I was talking about Paul Robeson, Old Man River, that old man. He was very active politically also, and I think he did some good things pushing back at the Jim Crow laws. But then other things then I said something like, I don't agree with everything he does. Okay, that's really a question. It could be, it could be the subject too. And you see, I'm flexible. It doesn't matter. You get a format and then you go off the format if you got something better. And I think this is good. Is there anyone in the flesh, alive now, whom you agree with everything? So yesterday with Paul Robeson, I said, well, I don't agree with everything. Who do you agree with that? Is there anybody? I say no, but that is the QOD, question of the day. Is there somebody? Ourselves. Oh, no, we don't agree with ourselves either all the time. Remember that. So when you have these people out there, there's some other meaning when they say, well, I don't agree with them all the time. Oh, okay, who do you agree with all the time? Yourself? But remember last year you said this and now you're saying this. So forget it. This is the human condition. Welcome. Sorry to be the one maybe to tell you, but nobody agrees with themselves 100% of the time, all the time. Themselves. So there's not going to be anybody you agree with 100% alive right now in the flesh. Because yes, Jesus, Yeshua, his life and everything I've looked at, I agree with everything, okay? But here we are, and just know, when you hear that phrase, well, I don't agree with everything she says or he says, who do you? Nobody, not even yourself. I think I agree with that. Yeah, I might change my mind. All right, and then the grade for today. Now, this one is an if, and so I didn't have time to do all the research because I want to be accurate, give the context, clear. This is very relevant, this subject, this grade, and refined, and using my rubric. This is how things get graded in my world, and I think it's good. And I'll adjust that rubric if someone gives me better information. The American Psychological Association. If it's true what I've read so far and heard so far just since yesterday about the American Psychological Association, they would get down here, maybe towards a 0 with their latest action. So that's just, I'll pause for a second, is, I did 50%, that's an F there, or 59% is an F, that's failing. And that was always an issue with us teachers, is when somebody gets a 0, that's worse than a 50. So even giving a 50, even though it's failing, when it's calculated into the overall grade, 50 doesn't drag the GPA down as much as a 0 would. So that was always an issue, and teachers and school systems have dealt with it differently. So that could be another subject. But they would get way down here. If it's true what I'm reading and hearing about the American Psychological Association, there are some big dum-dums there. Oh my God. And I think some of the people who are behind this decision went to some prestigious schools or supposedly good schools. Oh man, they should get their money back, or the schools should take their diplomas back, because I'm reading that they came out with a decision, that they classified toxic masculinity and name. So once again, I have to do the research. So I'm not going to say a lot, except for if it's true what I've read, then they would get close to a 0 on how they came out with their classification of the qualities that they named. So I'm going to research it. Please, you guys research it also and give feedback before I do tomorrow's video about toxic, the American Psychological Association's decision or announcement about toxic masculinity. I think that's the term they use. I have to do more research, okay? So neutral, just saying if, because if is a huge word in meaning, small in amount of letters and in size. And not even sure what I'm going to play on here, but is that everything? So there's a sale, spreadshirt.com. Thoughts and food. So I did the real food. Was there anything else? Anyway, just that when I go in a grocery store, I dream of information being organized like they organize food in a supermarket, grocery store, that people would be able to go shopping. And if you ended up getting something bad, like you do at the store, you return it, and which maybe ends up being 5% of the time, less than that. So information and food, you can't live by just food alone, but you can't just live by thoughts alone. You have to have food. You have to have both. So I think that's it for today. That's it for today. That's it. That's it. That's it.